Right now, you are going to learn about the strangest lawsuits of all times. Back in 2008, a man from New York found a knife in his Subway sandwich. The knife turned out to be 6-inch long, and thankfully for the man, he discovered the foreign object in his lunch before it cut open the inside of his mouth. The unlucky man decided to initiate a lawsuit which amounted to $1 million, alleging not only the presence of the knife but also claiming to have suffered food poisoning from the sandwich, resulting in significant stomach discomfort. The good question is whether the stomachache came from the knife being apparently microwaved or from the shock itself after discovering the blade in the sandwich. Despite initiating legal action for $1 million, the personal injury claim was resolved through a settlement, and as a result, the man received compensation of $20,000. I would say that this is rather a small amount for such a lunchtime discovery, but still way better than nothing. In 1998, a lady in her 50s visited Universal Studios in Florida during the Halloween Horror Night-themed events. Apparently, when visiting the haunted house, she has been chased by an actor with a chainsaw, which I think is the thing you expect when visiting such an attraction. However, this lady thought differently and decided to sue Universal Studios, claiming that she had experienced psychological distress and extreme fear. Information in the sources varies a lot. Some say that she was awarded $15,000 in compensation, while others state that the court dismissed her claim, saying that psychological trauma can be expected when visiting a venue of this nature. I would say that when visiting such an attraction, one could expect to be scared, since this is the only purpose of such an attraction. This is quite interesting that even back in the 90s, haunted houses were scary to the extent of getting sued. I would imagine those were very unrealistic. If you did go to the haunted houses in the 90s, share your experience in the comments. Back in the time, beer advertisements used to be pretty similar to one another. All of us can name all of the attributes of such an ad. Girls at the beach drinking booze in the summer. That pretty much sums it up. For most people, it's pretty apparent that when buying a beer, pretty girls and seaside trip are not included. However, it wasn't apparent to the man named Richard Overton. In 1991, he filed a lawsuit against brewing company Anheuser-Busch, demanding $10,000 due to what he claimed was deceptive advertising that led to emotional suffering, psychological harm, and economic damage. Man argued that the company's commercial, which suggested beer could create scenic tropical setting and beautiful women and men engaged in endless and unrestricted merriment, turned out to be untrue. Despite lawsuit being very creative, court dismissed the case. This is very American situation. I really can't imagine this thing happening anywhere else in the world. The thing I want to know is, was this man actually thinking that he will be able to create tropical setting around him when drinking beer, or he was just suing for an experiment and possibility of getting money? Student from Connecticut fall asleep during his lessons in school. His teacher thought that it would be a great idea to slam her hand on his desk to wake him up during the class. The parent of the boy stated that his son experienced an almost complete loss of hearing. Family sued the school, school board, as well as the city. However, apparently with no much success, since according to the public sources the case was dismissed. On the one hand, it can be said that school was sued for waking up student from his sleep, but I think it's apparent that lawsuit has been initiated because of the alleged loss of hearing. I do understand that the profession of a teacher may sometimes be very stressful. However, it's better to choose non-violent methods when trying to wake up student from his sleep. A French businessman sued Uber for $48 million, and the reason why this man is asking for such a huge compensation is pretty ridiculous. He thinks that Uber ruined his marriage. The man said that he borrowed his wife's phone and used it to log in into the Uber application. He explained that due to a bug in the application, it sent updates of his location to his wife's phone even when he wasn't logged in. The sharing of his movements led to issues with his wife, ultimately resulting in their marriage dissolving into divorce. So probably wife thought that the guy was cheating based on his Uber location. It's unknown what are the results of the case, however the sum of $48 million seemed to be over-exaggerated. In China, a husband sued his wife because of an unattractive baby she delivered. The man said that he married his wife out of love, but as soon as they had their first daughter, they began having marital issues since the daughter was incredibly ugly. The man thought that his wife had cheated on him, however the situation turned out to be way more interesting. Wife admitted to the fact fact that she went to South Korea and undergone plastic surgery before she met her husband. The man divorced and filed a lawsuit on the grounds of false presence. The most incredible thing is that he won the case and his wife was made to pay him $120,000. Cheyenne Prowler was a member of Houston Fire Department. The problem is that this man was actually afraid of fire. That is why he was transferred to an administrative role to avoid direct exposure to the source of his fear, the fire. However, he expressed a desire to continue his work in the fire suppression unit. Prowler asserted that his fear constituted a disability and alleged discrimination based on his disability. His case reached the Texas Supreme Court and it concluded that there was no sufficient evidence to support Prowler's claim of discrimination due to a disability. So the $362,000 disability discrimination claim has been overturned. Let me know in the comments whether you think that fear of fire can be counted as a disability. A 69-year-old man from the Netherlands wanted to legally alter his age to fight age-related discrimination. He wanted to become 20 years younger, thus lowering his age from 69 to 49 years. He argued that he experienced discrimination due to his actual age impacting his employment opportunities and prospects on dating apps. The judge emphasized that the numerous rights and responsibilities are tied to age and altering one's legal age could result in significant legal ramifications. Unfortunately for the man, his case was unsuccessful. And that's it. From sandwiches to age disputes, it's clear that the legal world is as unpredictable as it is fascinating. If you have got a strange lawsuit story of your own or want to share your thoughts on the cases I have covered, feel free to drop a comment below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more intriguing content. Until next time, bye.